So we're here tonight at our first Hair and Vision of this year at the fantastic Bulgaria Hotel. We're presenting it alongside our partners, Philip Martin, who are going to share with us some of their fantastic products, but also showcase some brilliant colouring techniques and all of the amazing products with our guest this evening. We also have a special guest who is Errol Douglas, who is going to be presenting some brilliant models for us as well. So an action-packed evening all round.
So this evening, what I'm really looking forward to is discovering something new. I haven't heard of Philip Martin before.
It's just exposure to something new that I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, the story behind it seems really interesting. So to meet the team behind that and their creative team is going to be really good fun.
This evening I'm looking for inspiration. I know Philip Martin's a great company. They're leading the way in changing their ethos towards sustainability. I'm just looking to be inspired and to learn. You can always learn.
The hair salons that work with us in Italy and in all the other countries, we see each and every single person as someone particular to work with, to make the difference with, and that is the core of Philip Martin's. I don't see it and I don't feel it as a company selling a bottle of shampoo and a tube of color. I think there's much more to that.
But what I love about the product of Philip Martin's is that we can always find something that someone loves. And for me, the reaction of the client was the best feedback. And we have so many different things where we try to improve. So what I love the most is that is a constantly growing and feedback. There is a very beautiful, playful color patterns here. So you have a little bit more coppery, then it goes into red, then it goes into like a light coppering as well. And the shine and the beauty of the color for me is fantastic. Today with her, we worked with our True Color system on the roots, and then we blended with our second technology, which we're going to talk about in a second, that is Marmellata on the mid-length ends. So what we love the most about True Color and Marmellata together is the two technology that can work together. They give you a very nice and beautiful shine effect at the end. So here we worked this morning, we decided to again take inspiration from the look you saw from the collection, something a little bit more subtle, so we worked with baby light and then we had so much fun with our glitch. I'm gonna show you just an inspiration of the collection and I'm gonna send it for international. God knows, maybe we're gonna get it, right? Let's go. So now, what I'm working here, different panels. What is very important for us is to understand how we map in the hair. Each panel has a meaning. I already work slightly underneath today on the backstage. I'm gonna be working on the top area now together and we're mixing what for us is our, let's say, basic square layering technique where we are working by bringing everything to the same point here, working with a little bit of a point cut which will allow me to create the softness and transparency into the hair, and then as soon as I'm going to bring my hair into the natural fold, what I want to see is a very, very subtle movement and blending with the rest of the shape. So the two panels are not connected because we don't have to, as long as we know what we did underneath. So here I've got a little bit of textures, a very nice movement which will give a little bit of contouring into the face, and all of the volume here has been pushing towards the inside and get some length towards there. Now what we're going to be doing is we're going to taking a guide from there, because we can definitely manage to have now a second guideline, and from here we are going to decide how much of the layer we're going to take off. Now when I'm doing the education, I always find it very tricky when hairdresser, sometimes experienced, sometimes not, they ask me, Federico, but how do you know how much to cut? And I think it's very fascinating, this question, because you know how much to cut by the minute you've done your consultation with the client, so you understand how much weight you need to remove, how much weight you need to keep. And then I feel that sometimes they're quite scared of cutting hair. Now, the good things about working with different sections and a very nice clean canvas and panels is that I can communicate with my client, your length is going to be there, no problem. So don't you worry, you're going to leave with the hair up to your ear. But then internally is where we're going to have fun. We're going to create all of the shape. So basically what I'm going to be doing now is utilizing my guidance of Just Great and have the over direction and the head shape as the tools to create my layering for the back. So what happened? As soon as I'm taking my hair all the way up here, I know then I'm going to remove maximum weight on the top, but I'm gonna be keeping maximum weight in the area where I needed to remove it. So very gently, I'm going to move my elevation slightly towards the curvature of the hair and taking my guide, and again with my point cut very gently going to remove the extra length that we just created. I always like to work with a little bit of a game when I'm doing the education, asking people, do you know what is layering and do you know what is graduation? And everybody, normally they say, of course. And then you start doing a little bit of a haircut, you say, okay, in this position, what are you doing? They say graduation. Why? So we need to understand that these two words is two very common words we use in the salon, but in particular clients. And when the client comes and say layer and graduation, I don't think they always know what they mean, but they know the result, and the result normally is on the pictures. And the picture, if they're gonna bring me a picture such as Jennifer Aniston in France in the 90s with that beautiful graduation in the front, they might call it, I don't know, layering, graduate, or whatever it might be with different terms. So we need to be able to give them the right haircut, the right answer, but also to be able to understand exactly what we're doing. So this is pretty much what we are doing in our academy, giving the meaning, giving the why. So now utilizing a little bit of our Ultimate Gel, which is a fantastic product for, I like to call it like for the summer period, because you apply it into the hair and then you can start to manipulate it. And for me, when we're working with shape like this, the idea is that she will go out, leave the hair dry by themselves, and then happy days. Thank you very much. Because once you have the right shape, once you have the right haircut, I think there's no need of a lot of hair dryer or blow dryer when we're talking about this shape. And she has a very, very beautiful texture. So I'm gonna just utilizing the beautiful texture that she has to finish it off. And while I'm finished here, I'll be very, very, very happy to thanks already all the organization that allow us, Philip Martins, myself, to be here tonight. As I said, for me was a dream, is a dream, to be back here doing a nice little presentation. And then from my side is a massive thank you to everybody, and I hope you enjoy tonight. Thank you. You can stand up and go out.
So this evening for us was an amazing opportunity to be in London, such an iconic city, presenting the brand, presenting our collection, which allowed Philip Martins to travel everywhere in the world, and just sharing who we are and what we want to do. The reaction and the feedback of the audience was very good, and we're very proud to be here.